This is the Biruni Scarlett cargo bike. It's very unique in the sense that the frame is asymmetrical, but I've got to say, it's a pleasure to ride this thing. Let me just jump right into the drive system here. So we've got a 500 watt gearless direct drive motor back here that's actually fairly torquey. You know, one of the trade-offs of having a gearless hub motor versus geared is you often get less torque, but the way this is designed, there's good power here, and that's great because you might be carrying kids on the back or cargo, you know, like a food container, all kinds of stuff with this bike. It's very versatile, and you want that extra power for hauling that extra weight. The battery pack here is a 36 volt, 10 amp hour cell. It's actually removable. You can, you know, pull this up and take it off. It's not super easy, you know, you kind of have to take the seat and swivel it or take it off, but it's definitely, it's modular, so you can easily get that battery off so you can charge it at work or, I guess, making the bike lighter if you're transporting it. The cool thing is you've got 5 different modes of pedal assist, up, 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 and you've got the twist throttle. But the unique thing about the twist throttle here is you can use it in conjunction with the pedal assist. So you're pedaling along, the bike has a pedal X sensor, so the arms are going around, it senses the movement, it sends a signal to the motor to kick in, and you get your electric bike working there. This is actually limited by the pedal assist setting that you're in. So let's say you're in mode 1 and you twist the throttle, it's going to go slower because you're in mode 1. If you go all the way up to mode 5, this is going to go faster and be stronger. So it's just, that's unique to me. It's one of the only bikes I've ever seen that offers that, and it's kind of cool because if you've got this in setting 1 and you're cruising around a downtown area, you don't want to go fast, you know, the twist throttle's not going to go fast either. It's kind of limited. The wires are managed pretty well. You'll notice there's kind of a bunch of them in the front, but then they all sort of tuck below this frame. And the frame is what really stands out here to me. Aside from having all the standard cargo bike mounts for, you know, boards and any kinds of extras that you want to add on, it's asymmetrical. So you can see that this down tube is a little bit higher than this one, and I guess the idea there is, you know, it's kind of fun. It adds strength and it supports this front rack, but it also makes it so if you're stepping over the bike, you know, it's kind of that low step design like that. The rack on the front is designed for hard work because it's actually attached to the main frame. It doesn't turn when you turn the bike. That can take some getting used to when you first get on a bike like this, but you know, it's just kind of standard for cargo bikes. And generally speaking, I mean, this is a relatively affordable one, and it's got all the extras that you'd look for. These nice disc brakes, front and rear, oversized balloon tires, and that's it's almost performs like a shock absorber. You're going over cobblestones or off curbs or something. It's nice to have a little bit of give, and that transfers right into whatever cargo you're carrying and you. And this bike actually has a nice little seat post shock too. And it does make this, you know, it makes it a little bit weaker, so don't lift the bike by the seat, but you definitely enjoy that when you're going over bumps. And check this out. They've got a nice solid aluminum chain guide that sort of doubles as a bash guard. So if you hit a curb or something, it protects the teeth and protects your pants legs a little bit like that. And the chain isn't stretched too far. You know, if you look at like some of the Yuba bikes or other cargo bikes, the chain just goes forever, it seems like. This is kind of like a mid-level cargo bike. You've still got plenty of options for storage and add-ons, but it's not so big. Another cargo bike company out there is Extra Cycle, and they've been doing some cool stuff with e-bikes. But you know, generally speaking, I'm pretty impressed. The guy that makes this bike is out of San Leandro, sort of a Bay Area location, and came up with a lot of this stuff kind of custom, and so, you know, it gives it that nice signature look, and yeah, I'm pretty impressed. It's a quality ride for sure. And I also appreciate these nice metal pedals they went with and that solid kickstand. A lot of cargo bikes kind of have like the double-legged kickstand, and some of them have defloppilators. Those are sort of missing here, but again, kind of like a mid-level cargo bike. It's not too bad. I'm going to hop on, turn this up to the highest level of pedal assist. There we go. And you know, you can kind of listen for the motor, but since it's gearless, it's going to be a little bit quieter. It's going to coast a little bit smoother and maybe last a little bit longer. zips you right up to speed, cruising speed there. Pretty solid. And again, one of the torquier hub motors on an electric bike like this that's gearless. So, again, that's perfect for hauling cargo. That's the Biruni Scarlett. It comes in a number of different colors, and they kind of have different names for those bikes. But it's pretty much the same frame that they're building off of. And yeah, for more on this bike, full written review, pictures and stuff, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.